Hi everyone, I'm the Gnome, and today we're going to have a look at fantasy football because, as if just supporting football isn't horrible enough when your team loses, you can also have the pleasure of watching your fake team lose, and players sending off, scoring own goals, and just make things all the more painful. With me, my guest today, and hopefully we'll have some further guests down the line, is that magnificent bastard himself, SilentLogic. Would you like to say hi?
Hello, everybody.
Slick. So, we're going to basically slag each other's teams off in such a way that will try and influence somebody into changing. If I slag somebody who's really good off, it's because I just want to get him to change his mind. So, that Van Persie's dog shite. So, Mr. Miles, would you like to introduce or start with your goalkeepers? Because I can see, for some reason, you've got an Aston Villa goalkeeper in your team, and they were shit last season.
Yeah, I didn't originally have an Aston Villa goalkeeper. The only reason for him is the double week, in the sense that I pray that they get one clean sheet, maybe, and lots of
right. And who have they got in the double week?
They do have some very easy opponents. Chelsea.
Isn't one of them Chelsea by the
Chelsea away from home, that's dead simple, that one. And then another simple trip to Arsenal. Well, that'll be no problem. So.
Well, they're actually, so you decided that, and yes, I know they've got 2 games. I can also see an Aston Villa defender, but you think Aston Villa going to Mourinho's first home game, because it's at Stamford Bridge, that they're going to keep a clean sheet, and also Arsenal. Arsenal start well and then just piss the league away in November. But you think Aston Villa, boom, are gonna do the business this season.
And the only other alternatives in the same position that I'm considering are Fulham's new keeper, Skettelberg.
Right, yeah, he's a good goal. Isn't he like the Dutch national goalkeeper?
Yeah, but he is. I suppose if you base it on Mark Schwartz's performance last year for Fulham, extremely good. Can they do the same with a different goalkeeper? Again, you don't go Schwarzer this year because he's going to sit and warm the bench.
Yeah, actually, the side that hammers Aston Villa all over the shop at Chelsea. But yeah, no, I think that's a good point, that Fulham are your solid 9th position side.
Yeah, again, the other ones you've got in the same value as Guzman is, you've got like likes of Foster, he'd be another solid one.
Oh, Ben Foster, is he still at West Brom?
Yep, and again, you got John Ruddy as well at the Norwich, and the one that I did have in for a long time before I switched it recently, was Vaughan from Swansea.
Sound. I think Swansea, which will probably go on, are going to be like the go-to team for filler. For myself, using the same logic, but sensible logic, in the fact that Chelsea had 2 games in the first point week, I went Petr Cech. Because Chelsea are not going to concede in any way, shape or form against either Aston Villa or Crystal Palace. Wow. Or was it Hull? I don't know, some shed side.
I agree. I agree with Crystal Palace. But you got Ben Teke, Aston Villa.
Teke, one season wonder. And he's now not going to have Darren Bent looming over his shoulder from the bench, because he's going to be slapping goals in for Newcastle and or Fulham.
Maybe.
And I've also went Steve Harper because I'm just romantic and he's cheap. And I don't expect him to play in any way, shape or form, nor do I want him to play because he plays for Hull. And under Steve Bruce, they're going to get a whooping.
It might be a consideration that I might switch my goalkeeper to Harper, because I only picked Davis for the same logic as you.
Because they're cheap. Who does Davis even play for? I can't even tell.
Hold on, I do need to check that. Southampton.
Yeah. For football fans, finger on the pulse.
But I'm not sure if he's even going to be the starting goalkeeper for Southampton. So Harper at 4 million, guaranteed every game, probably. I don't know who.
I don't even think he's even going to play, to be honest. Not that I could name another Hull player. I think the last Hull player I could name is Craig Hignett.
But they've got McGregor,
Alan McGregor will be starting them, so Harper's just going to sit on the bench.
Yeah, so we're both wasting £4 million, but we have to.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a particularly great position. If you want to gamble, is you spend sort of $5.5 million on 2 decent goalkeepers and then chop and change depending on who's got the easiest game. But I can't be arsed with stuff like that.
Well, I have gone, Davis is the 2nd highest percentage player pick.
The Weasel, the 2nd highest?
Percentage.
Oh, right, so other people have also picked him.
Yeah.
It's the 2nd highest?
Yeah, Mignolet is the top highest.
I went Mignolet. And then I just felt dirty for picking a Liverpool. I had picked one more Liverpool player, but I couldn't. Like, I just hate Liverpool too much to pick Mignolet.
£5.5 million for a Liverpool goalkeeper. Are Liverpool going to be any good anymore? Though that's the problem.
I think they're going to be a spectacular 7th, as they have been for the last 2 seasons.
Oh, I'll give them a break. They might get 6.
Well, I don't know. Once Suarez goes and nibbles his way off to Chelsea, Arsenal, then they're going to rely on Stuart Downing and Stuart Downing alone.
Or Real Madrid.
Or Real Madrid. Not going to go Real Madrid.
No, it might go Tottenham if they sell Bale for £105 million.
Which is a whole other conversation. So we're now moving on to our back line.